morning, metalheads of the internet, and welcome to a new episode of the Metal Meltdown! And today, we're looking at the latest studio album from Sharptooth entitled Transitional Forms! An album which comes by recommendation of Matt Kennedy, aka the Metal Reactor, a longtime supporter and friend to me here on the Metal Meltdown. It's always very exciting to me when subscribers and fellow YouTubers and critics go out of their way to send me music, just because it's fun to talk about music, ultimately. Why else would I be here if this wasn't inherently somewhat fun for me, after all? But I always pay a little bit more attention when Matt sends me music, because he always sends me some really weird, funky, crazy, heavy shit. But I paid extra close attention when he sent me this particular record a few days back, namely because he went out of his way to tell me that this might be his favorite album of the year so far. Full disclosure, I definitely don't share that same overwhelming, glowing praise and affection for this record. I would not call this my favorite album of the year so far, but I can definitely see why Matt would see it as his favorite album of the year so far, because there is a lot to sink your teeth into with this little release. This melodic hardcore metalcore band out of Baltimore, Maryland is violent, abrasive, confident, determined, unapologetic. They love to poke, they love to prod, they love to push buttons, not just through their music, but also through their social media, through their general presentation. Their lead singer, Lauren Cashin, even has this little juicy tidbit in her Instagram bio: "Talk shit on my band if you've never made a woman come." 10 out of 10 right there. A type of no bullshit attitude that I love to see coming out of hardcore, and it's performed with the utmost emotion and authenticity. Like, they don't talk the talk and then fuck off. They don't even walk the walk and then fuck off. They stomp the stomp. They march the march. They bang the bang. I have no idea if that analogy makes sense. I'm hoping it does, because I don't feel like changing it out for something else. Tracks like Say Nothing, 153, Evolution are great examples of what I'm talking about here. They just bleed this raucous, in-your-face, pure punk party power. Musicianship is tight. Lauren's vocals are fucking killer. She sounds like she's about to eat that fucking microphone. I love Justin Sane's guest spot as well, giving this thing a real old-school American punk flavor. And this hyper-volatile, confrontational, unapologetic attitude and presence extends beyond the physical music and even beyond the typical outrage expected of hardcore and metalcore music. Diving headfirst into a wide array of complicated issues surrounding feminism, global warming, systemic oppression, voting rights. Take, for instance, the incredibly cutthroat and oppressive Manic Pixie Dream Bitch, a number that directly confronts how society treats women, how they're supposed to fit certain roles all the time, no matter what, how they must fit certain standards in order to be deemed popular or attractive by a wide majority of people, reflecting on the anxiety and the pressure that this brings a lot of women. With lyrics like "the mother, the daughter, your personal savior, born to perform all personal labor, wring me out, bleed me dry, use me till I fucking die, how do you like me now?" I particularly love this lyric here: "I am maternal extortion, I'm the womb, you're my abortion." That's hands down one of the best fucking lyrics I've heard, like, all fucking year. I love that. It's so fucking metal. It's so fucking brutal. Another great example, The Southern Strategy, a much more brooding, metallic beast that pokes and prods at systemic oppression and racism within the southern United States. How the South continues to defend and even glorify Confederate leaders and slave masters, while trying so hard to silence the voices of vulnerable people, people of color, and minorities. With lyrics like "demagogues who all get treated like demigods, fatal frauds orchestrating self-serving laws, fear of unknown supersteeds, voting against your own needs, blinded by red, white, and blue." They also have no issue calling out people who might be complicit, or calling out people who would simply align themselves with a cause simply because it's the hip, trendy thing to do. Take, for instance, the track Uridenia, where they write, "Don't stand beside me. If you won't use your voice, your coward's conscience knows that you made a choice. You're always silent when there's work to be done. You're not a feminist just because you fucked one." But I gotta say, what really got me is the blunt approach that Sharptooth take in talking about mental illness and anxiety and how it has affected them. Particularly on the number Mean Brain. I gotta be honest, lyrically, this song kind of struck a chord with me. it's so blunt, it's so straightforward. As someone who has dealt with anxiety, bouts of depression, and continues to live with autism, specifically Asperger's, a lot of what they're talking about in this specific number really resonated with me. I'm sure by now some of y'all are thinking to yourselves, oh, well, the only reason he likes this album is because he's woke. Oh, he's political. Feminism, that's cringe. That's cringe. You're cringe. You're a simp. And sure, okay, whatever makes you feel better, whatever helps you sleep at night, I will concede that this is inherently a very edgy record. The first time I even listened to it, that's literally the first thing I said to myself. But hey, it's edgy for all the right reasons, I suppose. They're talking about things that are important. They're expressing them with the utmost sincerity and honesty and emotion. And on top of it, they're delivering some pretty entertaining metalcore at the same time. Some of it's a little generic, some of it's a little safe, a little meat and potatoes. I'll also concede to that, but incredibly enjoyable nonetheless. I feel comfortable giving this a 3.5 out of 5. A good, enthusiastic 3.5 out as well. It's cutthroat, it's in your face, it doesn't care if you agree or disagree. It comes in, it says its piece, it flips you the middle finger, and then it fucks right off. That ultimately is what all good hardcore should do, regardless of what subgenre of hardcore an album may fall under. If by chance that's what you're looking for from your melodic hardcore, from your metalcore, I definitely think you've come to the right place. This is a very nice, a spicy meatball. I look forward to hearing more from Sharptooth. I look forward to checking out some of their older releases. Once again, 3.5 out of 5, a damn nice, enthusiastic one for that matter. Thank you, Matt Kennedy, again for this recommendation. Check it out. And that is it for the Metal Meltdown. I'm not an expert, nor do I claim to be, so what do you think? Do you like this record? Do you not like this record? And what do you want to hear from me next? And thank you for watching. Make sure you press subscribe so you get updates on the Metal Meltdown fucking immediately, and you have yourself a fantastic fucking day.